Remy. My mouth just dropped.
Today we're going to talk about the courtship. I don't know how many episodes more we have. I assume that this show has probably 10 or 12 episodes. And so the episode 7 starts with like Amy talking to her friend. She's talking about what happened the last farewell then. She's not happy the way Mr. Kim left. And we have Mr. Chapman talk to the other guy. They were just talking about the whole situation that happened in the farewell dance. And we have like the daily tea. This week they're gonna have like a masquerade ball.
A masquerade ball. Okay.
Or they're gonna wear all those masks. Gonna look super fancy. Yeah. So who will be unmasked? So they're talking about like everybody gonna be masked, and there's gonna be one person who will be unmasked.
But who will be unmasked?
Make us like understand that it's gonna be somebody else going to be part of this mask on this masquerade party. Maybe a new suitor, so it's gonna be time for something like that. So now the next scene they're showing all those people dressed up wearing masks, and we have a grand entrance of her and her sister Claire and her best friend Desa. Remy is in the front. She looks so pretty, she looks gorgeous in that mask, in that outfit, the mask and everything. She looks so pretty. So all the men, they were impressed by her beauty. And when you have some talk with the teachers, oh, they kind of look good together. I can get behind this. I'm not sure. I'm not saying I'm gonna get behind this, but I say I can.
You're special to me. And I hope you know that. I hope you know every time I look at you, I look into your eyes, and laugh.
Miss Remy talked to Mr. Bokikyo Akara Dalibi. She was giving him some advice that she want him to like talk to her brother. It would be nice, good for our connection if you get a time to get to know my brother.
I just have one request: to make amends with my brother.
Maybe.
And we have the unmasked person we're talking about in the daily tea. It's actually a new suitor who will join the party.
Bonsoir, mademoiselle.
Oh God.
And it's a French guy. He have an interesting background. He's a French guy who live in England and went to a French school. Or maybe one of his parents is French. I guess something like that. And he is gorgeous. He's very, very handsome.
At least he's not that good looking. Right. He's good looking.
I mean, I was so impressed by seeing a new guy, a very handsome guy. And his name is Mr. Naze. So when a new person come like in the courtship, I guess you have to introduce him.
Wanted to introduce Monsieur Nazar. You'll be rooming with these guys.
Right. There's one toilet.
She was taking Mr. Nazar to show him how all the other suitors everywhere, for him to introduce himself, for him to get to know everybody in the party. And we have all those awkward conversations.
We can maybe try to be friends. We'll see how it works out.
And you notice what we wanted to see. You know that Mr. Bokikyo thought that he had this in the bag, that he's high up with Remy, everybody else is just in the background. Now that he saw the new suitor and how well Remy was getting along with this person, he know that his position is also in danger, so he decided to focus to Miss Remy. And the advice she gave him about talking to her brother, he went and talked to the brother. And Mr. Membrane said that I was the English guy. Now I'm not the English guy anymore. I was like, oh my God. Guys, they'll be so dramatic right now. He said that he's not the only English guy anymore. Mr. Bokikyo or Akor Danibi, he said he's still so confident. It doesn't matter if there are 50 plus suitors. He's confident in his connection with Miss Remy. Yeah, that wasn't the farewell dance. That was the masquerade. So they have like a evening When they introduce the new suitor, they have a bunch of dances. Now the next day, they show Mr. Membrane, the first English guy. He said he's good at baking, so he was baking a cake for Miss Remy, like a lemon cake. He was very happy about that. Mr. Membrane went to show the cake to the other guys. He was so happy, so proud of himself. He took it, he knocked at the door, he took it, he went to give the cake to Miss Remy. It was like a nice gesture. She was happy about that. Miss Remy was in the room with Miss Tessa, her brother Dominique, and her sister Claire. When Mr. Membrane entered in the room with the cake that he baked for Miss Remy, that was so cute. It's a nice gesture. And we didn't know what was gonna happen. And the new guy, Mr. Nazar, came with a cake, like the wedding cake, different edges. Literally a big cake. He didn't bake the cake, you know. He just had like somebody buying the cake for him. Do that gesture. He came with like small gift.
Wow.
Tessa, we've got some tea.
Oh, thank you.
And Danny, I've got a casket of wine.
Oh, yeah. How do you already know us.
I feel bad for Mr. Membrane. He's like, oh no. The new guy is not wasting time, you know. He's there for something. It's like, he's already found his competitor. I feel bad. He picked the wrong guy to pick on, or maybe the right guy, who knows. He went there, bearing gift, and he asked Miss Remy for like a one-on-one time. They went outside. I don't know exactly what they were making. He was talking to Miss Remy, and he said that his dad teach him how to cook. He's pretty much good at everything, that guy. And the other guy, I kind of worried. Mr. Membrane went back to the other guy. They were laughing, oh, that guy, child. He explained what happened, you know. The guys are worried because there were 7 suitors. That means the group is becoming smaller, but now with the new guy, there are 8 suitors that's left. Mr. Bukikyo saw that what the new guy is doing, so he know that he cannot sit back and relax like he used to do. Now he know that it's not time to relax, it's time to take action. So he asked Miss Remy to meet him by the phone. And she was so happy because she doesn't have to try so hard. Like, he's the one who has to come to her. Now, the last time he's literally saying, Father Remy brother that is here to find connection. Now he said he wants children, and he's ready for children. They talk about families.
My mom's like ready to have like grandkids and stuff like that. Not that she's like pressuring me in any way, but like I know that she would love that, you know?
And you would love that. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if he's taking this seriously or he's just doing that. I don't know. Anyway, I didn't like him in the past few episodes, but I come to like him more and more. Maybe he's a good guy. We're gonna find out more. If I have to spoil something for episode 8, he has a more decent personality in the next 2, in episode 7 and episode 8, so I appreciate that for him. So he spent time with Miss Remy. She was so happy, him talking about the future, even though in the past he was just saying that he's here for like a connection. And then what finally happened, we have a fairway dance. People will be part of the fairway dance. We're gonna have Mr. Nazar. I was behaving the new guy on the fairway dance card. Mr. George, Mr. Holland. She danced with all of them. Mr. Holland has to stay. Mr. George, they have to stay. I don't remember exactly what she said to any one of them. And then the new guy. You know, like usually during the fairway dance, they dance and you see that all there, other people already been saved. That means you have to go home. I don't know what they were trying to do here. Maybe they were trying to trick us. I was like, he literally didn't do anything wrong for him to be on the fairway dance. Like, anyway, what they show, unless something very crazy happened. The craziest thing that the new guy did is probably try to mess up Mr. Membrane, like the fact that he baked the cake. But that was like the bad, I don't know, the bad thing that he did. It's not really that bad. So I was surprised to see why he was in the fairway there. Remy, I forgot to say something. During the masquerade, during the bar, Remy even kissed him. She just met and she was like so attracted to him. They danced and she kissed. They kissed on the first night. All the guy was so surprised when they saw that. But after all this little moment, and after the moment he made, only in one day, I don't know, maybe 1 week, I was surprised to see him on the fairway dance guy. So after all the time, after Mr. George, Mr. Holler, they were safe, and then it's come time to Mr. Naze to dance with me. And all the guys, they are so happy. They're like, oh, this is gonna go home. It'll be like, I don't know if it's my favorite Mr. Hunter say, oh, it would be, or maybe Mr. Connor, I don't remember who said that. Say, oh, it'll be very fast. It'll be like he came and go, we forget about this.
I can't wait to see Miles just hop back into his carriage, and you know, this all never happened.
The guy, they was so happy, you know. He was like, he came and go, he just came and he left. We forget that this ever happened. I said, oh God, you don't know who you're talking about. And then you start speaking French to him. You say simple stuff in French, it makes it so romantic.
Je voudrais plus te voir, tout le temps. T'écrire des lettres, avoir une histoire romantique, avoir une petite famille. Will you keep me or find out?
But in English, it's pretty much, I just want to stay, I want to spend more time with you. I want you to get the opportunity to get to know me and I get to know you. But the way we say in French. Oh, j'aimerais rester pour te amener pour qu'on ait un peu de temps, pour qu'on passe plus de temps ensemble et on va aller au rendez-vous, on va faire ceci, on va faire cela. Sounds so romantic in French the way he said that. When he was talking in French, Mr. Bookie could literally hold his eyes. Oh, this is game over. She's going to keep him. And then she gave him, she said, oh, they all said this is the first time during the fairway dance everybody was safe. I know they tried to trick us that they were going to eliminate one person, but I knew it that they were going to save him. Because after that, she smiled. She didn't have that, like, I'm so serious, or you didn't do this right, you didn't do this right. She didn't have that attitude. I just think they were trying to trick us that they were going to eliminate the new guys, and wait, they're not going to eliminate him, not that soon. That would be, it makes sense that he want to stay. He didn't show her anything, and she didn't know anything about him so far. I like the new guy. I don't know. Say, like Remy say, je ne sais quoi. It's a little bit je ne sais quoi. I like something about him. So see you guys. Thank you for watching episode 7 of the courtship. So see you next week. We're gonna talk about episode 8 of the courtship. Next week or next minute. Thank you guys.